Hello, my name is Lady Brierton, and I am running for mayor of Stockton in the 2016 elections. Why do I want to represent Stockton? Because I love the history and I see the potential. Stockton is home to California's oldest university, University of the Pacific, which originated in 1851. It has the largest inland seaport in California, the beautiful Delta. It was awarded the name All-American City twice. There are so many positives about this community, but we all know that Stockton has its downfalls, and it is no secret that Stockton has high crime rates, but I would like to find a solution to this problem. I think there are three parties in Stockton that can make this happen. In this speech, when I refer to we, I am referring to the police force, the political community, and the citizens of Stockton, most importantly. One cannot succeed without the other. To see the recovery of the city, we must all play our part. We need to work as a community to reduce the crime on the streets. Right now, on a scale of 1 to 100, 100 being the safest our city could be, Stockton is safer than 3% of the cities in the United States. This affects our community in many ways. Firstly, people who live here are scared to go to certain areas. They're scared to stay out late at night or walk through parking lots or down streets alone. Their freedom is being restricted because there are citizens who threaten them. In addition to this problem, it limits the business opportunities in our city. If a business owner wants to move his industry to Stockton, they have to consider the risks. What if something happens to their employees when they're leaving work at night? What if their business gets broken into, vandalized, or stolen from? The crime in Stockton is limiting the opportunities it has to prosper and grow. How can we change this issue? Firstly, the offenders need to be held responsible for their actions. They may have the freedom to make their own decisions, but we do not live in a world where you can choose your consequences. To do this, Stockton would need to invest in adding on to the police force. This, of course, could mean a slight increase in taxes, but I would like to hear what the community has to say about it. I feel that many people would not mind paying a bit more for a safer city. Right now, the police force in Stockton does not have the ability to immediately respond to a call because all the officers are limited. By expanding the force, we can have an officer at the scene immediately. More crimes will not go unnoticed or have the culprits slip away before the police can arrive. In addition to this, we also need to get tougher on crime. Small crimes like graffiti, vandalism, and shoplifting need to be addressed. We want to make sure that the punishment fits the crime and be sure that our resources are going towards more serious offenders. But if we show that we're not going to tolerate any type of crime, there will be less overall crime. Secondly, as a community, we need to fight crime together. Although we did not create the problem, it is in our best interest and our future generations' best interest to address this problem. 50 years ago, a student could drop out of school, find a decent job, and pay for a family. But in today's economy and society, that is not the case. Leaving school in this time leads to a lifetime of economic strife. This can lead into side jobs that pay more than minimum wage jobs, such as drug trafficking. This is an easy way for the younger generation to fall into a life of crime. By keeping our kids in school, we can improve the citizenship of Stockton. How are we going to keep our kids in school? My first step would be to create mentoring programs for our children. This would include outdoor activities, music lessons, tutoring, internships, volunteer opportunities. By creating positive outlets that consume our students' time, they can begin to grow and learn and pursue positive outlets and aspirations. We as siblings, parents, and grandparents all know that each child is unique. They have different talents and skills. The mentoring programs in the schools would focus on what each child is interested in and help them get closer to their dream. We can teach the next generation that you don't need to participate in a life of crime to gain the respect of others. We would also like to get involved with local organizations that can further help with counseling, proper job training, to aid those who need to make an honest income. We also need the community to reach out to the force and report if you have witnessed a crime or are suspicious of one. We also ask that you report if you see anyone misusing weapons or owning them without proper documentation. This could limit the abuse of guns in our city. The police force also wants to build a relationship with the community so you can report without being scared of retaliation. We want to know why you are feeling threatened, by where you are, and how you are being treated. In recent light, the police forces in our nation have been looked upon as overly aggressive, brutal, and unfair. There seems to be a mentality that they are out to get you. I think I can speak for the police force when I say that they do not intend or want to have that kind of relationship with the citizens, especially here in Stockton. The goal of the police force is not to aggressively stop, search, and arrest, but rather to make the community members feel heard, feel like they have the ability to control crime in our streets. We want to see this relationship build by making programs that pursue the feedback of the citizens, respect what they have to say, and implement the ideas of the people. We want to establish safety in our neighborhoods, and we do not want to invoke fear or hatred. I believe that we can work together as a community, a police force, and a political force to make a difference in this city. It will take time to implement these steps, but it is possible to create a better place for us and our children. I would like to see that happen in the upcoming term. There are so many great things about Stockton, and I think it is in store for many more. Thank you.